We are back. Welcome back to Warlando. We are at the Here We Go Again Lads 3-game tournament. This is game 3 that we are going into. We are located at Campus Cards and Games 2, which is located on 436 at the corner of University. If you're in the neighborhood, come on out. This is Leap Day, February 29th. It's now 4:45-ish. Yeah-ish.
Pretty close.
Pretty close enough. This is the third game. Should be a really good game. It's Zachary Cole against William Soehaili. William is a very accomplished tournament player. Zach is also a very talented player. Zach is running a Tzeentch Change Coven list. Playing in... and William is running a Big WAAAGH.
Rolling for sides here.
Yep.
See who's going to go. Looks like William won the roll. It looks like they're reviewing the terrain. These two players have been traveling around the country. I know they both went to NOVA.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I didn't know Zach went to NOVA. That's cool.
Yeah. And Zach may have gone to LVO, but he may have been playing on the 40K side. So we'll just ignore that. No, I'm joking. But no, these are two local players. They're both, they're both
great players.
Great players, and love the community, and we're excited to see them play here. We are playing focal points this third round, right?
That's right. No, total commitment.
Oh, no, total commitment was the... Oh, is it? Total commitment?
I thought it was total commitment. No, you're right. It's focal points.
Yep, focal points, and we're playing in the realm of shy.
Is he...
Is it who? What?
Are they antisocial? No, they're just shy-ish.
Just shyish. They are being a little shyish. Hyar. I don't know why I went high school girl on that right there. But, so we're going to, we got... William Soehaili.
Yeah. Zach Cole. Zachary Cole.
William is playing Bone Splitters, right?
Big WAAAGH.
Oh, the Big WAAAGH. And he's going to be on the right side of this table here.
Yeah, that's William.
Yep. William is defending champion of NOVA 2019
and
2018.
And Las Vegas Open.
Las Vegas Open 2020.
Yeah.
So right. He's the man to beat.
Yeah. Call it the end of the 2019 season, but yeah, it was the 2020 LVO.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. We got a great matchup here. He's gonna be playing against. He's gonna be playing against Zach Cole. Zach is another, as I said, local player. He plays both 40K and Age of Sigmar. He is going to be playing the Tzeentch, Change Coven? As I type this into the... Zach. When you start winning, we'll call you Zachary. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell that into the mic. Bless your ears. All right, so the guy on our left here, Zach Cole, playing Tzeentch Change Coven. And that's how you'll see it on the lower third. You'll see their... the respective names to the left and the right, depending on this shot here.
Yeah.
From our RoboCam. And then you'll see an overhead shot. And in our overhead shot, you'll be able to see that William will be playing from the top and Zach from the bottom.
Yep.
Just to give you a little bit of relativity there.
Yes. So focal points. That's the battle plan they're playing here.
Yeah. you got 5 objectives.
Mm-hmm. In kind of an X pattern.
Yeah, kind of in the 5 side of a dice pattern.
Yeah. So if a player controls objectives 1 and 3, they score 3 victory points. If a player controls objectives 2 and 4, they score 3 victory points. If a player controls the central objective, they score 2 victory points. If a player controls any other objective, they score 1 victory point for each objective. So objective 1 and 2 are in player A territory, and objective 3 and 4 are in player B territory. So the goal then, of course, is to capture all the objectives, but you need to capture objectives opposite each other to really get the good points.
Yeah.
Get those 3 points. We are playing, in the realm of Shy-ish. What, I think he said Winds of Death was the realm condition. At the start of your hero phase, roll a dice on a 6-up, pick an enemy unit, and then roll a dice for each model in it. For each 5-up, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. That is pretty devastating. It's only on a 6-up, but still, ouch.
Yeah. Both armies are going to be really mobile.
Yes. Well, yes. William definitely came with a lot of magic in his big wall list.
Yep.
You want to hear his list?
Let's hear it.
All right, we have an Auric War Chanter with the Get 'em Beat, an Auric Weird Knob Shaman, who is the general with the command trait Bursting with Power, and Lore of the Weird, the Great Big Green Hand of Gork. There's a Wardock with an artifact Big WAAAGH Mask, Lore of the Savage Beast, Gorka Morka's Warcry, a WAAAGH Prophet with an artifact Mork's Bony Bits, Lore of the Savage Beast, Breath of Gorka Morka. In the battle line, we have 10 Auric Ardboys, 10 Auric Ardboys, and 30 Savage Aurics with Champas. There's also a unit of 5 Auric Ardboys, which don't count as battle line if you take them in a unit of 5. I think that's an interesting change they made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's also 4 Savage Big Stabbas and the Behemoth, the Rogue Idol.
Ooh.
Yeah, 400-point Rogue Idol.
All right. Yeah, this guy is going to be ready to smash face.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what he does.
He's got the Battalion, the Ardfist, and he also brought the endless spell, the Balewind Vortex. He's going to try and get some casters up on top of that. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to be a bloody game. I think it's definitely I think Zach's been playing Tzeentch for a long time. I know William's been playing Bone Splitters. You know.
Oh yeah, he's
William's
been playing
Bone Splitters.
He knows his way around an orc.
He does, and lately, seeing him around the shop and stuff like that, he's been excited about this Rogue Idol.
Yes, he really likes how many buffs he can put on that Rogue Idol. So Zachary's list, he's playing the Change Coven. He has a Fate Master. He has a Flux Master Herald of Tzeentch on disc with the Aura of Mutability and the Fold Reality spell. He has a Lord of Change, who is the general with the command trait Coruscating Flames and the artifact Shroud of Warp Flame. Lord of Change, Tzeentch's Firestorm. In the battle line, he has 20 Pink Horrors, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, and 3 Flamers of Tzeentch. Units, 1 Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch, and another Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. The battalion is a Change Host, and he has endless spells, Aether Void Pendulum, and Purple Sun of Shaish, which will be nicely empowered here.
Yeah. No, that's, all those that they're taking might, the Aether Void Pendulum, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
It's been popular.
One. It has been, actually. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you like it?
The pendulum?
Yeah.
I like because it's hard to... if you place it right, it's hard for your opponent to use it against you because it can only go forward or backwards. So if you place it right so that backwards is away from you or off the table, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that center objective out there and the 2 points, if you can get it out there so it's going to line up on his objectives, that could be pretty good. They both spent the points. No, they both have the command have the battalions, so they each start with a command point. This is an interesting matchup. I feel like William's coming in with a bit of an advantage because he plays a lot of Tzeentch. He knows both lists forwards and backwards.
Yeah. This is going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle for Zach if he isn't as familiar with the big wall, because the big wall can throw some curveballs at you.
Yeah, because like you're saying, you want to say bone splitters, you want to say iron jaws, and this is both and neither.
Right.
You know,
and you start to build those points.
Yes.
William being a Slaanesh player as well. He loves stacking those points.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
So he's going to stack these points. I think he's going to. It gives you the plus to hit, and I think like plus to wound.
Yep.
When you get up there, I know it gives you the ability to do like an additional move, like after the unit's been hurt.
Yes.
All that kind of stuff.
And that's the allegiance ability.
Yeah.
So what does he have? Here we go. This is so appropriate for our Here We Go Again tournament. It's command ability. If you do so, choose one friendly Auric hero. You receive 1 WAAAGH point for every 10 Auric models that are within 12 inches of that Auric hero, or within 18 inches of that Auric hero if they are a general or a war chanter. You cannot use this command ability more than once in the same phase. The big WAAAGH. You can use this command ability at the start of your combat phase if you have a big WAAAGH army with at least 24 WAAAGH points and your general is on the battlefield. If you do so, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of melee weapons used by friendly Auric units until the end of that phase. You cannot use this command ability more than once per phase. At the end of any phase in which you use this command ability, you must roll a dice. On a 1, reduce the WAAAGH points of your army to 0. On a 2 to 5, halve the WAAAGH points for your army, rounding down. On a 6, nothing happens. They've got lots of other cool things. The big WAAAGH is just great, and it's so great to see unified orcs all working together. Yeah, it's a great fun list, and that rogue idol is awesome. William's a fantastic painter, so these models all look great. Zachary is also an accomplished painter. His army looks incredible, and hopefully you're picking that up on the camera. These guys have known each other for a long time. They know how both people play.
Yeah,
should be a really good matchup.
So you don't know what that can lead to. It could lead to a fisticuffs. It could lead to a tickle match. It just depends on how comfortable they are with each other, and whatnot. So. But it looks like you can see a lot of bone splitters there on the top side.
That one block of 30 Savage Orcs.
Yeah,
they take up a lot of table.
And I think we're definitely going to see a good match. So thanks for joining us this evening.
Yes,
this is the third round. First round we covered. A good match, between Slaves of Darkness to Gloomspite Gits. Man, Slaves of Darkness, if you give them a chance, they're going to run you over.
It's true.
And that's what we saw this morning.
Absolutely.
And then this afternoon, we saw a great match between Nighthaunt and Skaven.
Yeah.
And it was just like, just hammer against hammer.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like, who's going to break first?
Yeah.
And we thought Skaven had a great position, which they did.
They did.
But then Nighthaunt came in and just did enough over a long period of time to just take it all away.
Yeah, they did. Just wore them down.
But it was a good match. It was great. It really went to round 4. Before they called it. Based on what they had on the table and what they were. Duality to death. Only certain things can score points, but. So at some point whether you're going to win or lose.
Yeah,
most often. So this one though, for focal points, I've played this a few times.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun battle plan.
It is. It really kind of focuses on the middle of the board, but also around the lanes.
Yeah. Yes.
And so there's like that opportunity to say like, oop, ghost you, and then like,
you got to protect yours, and you want to kind of make that mad grab and figure out which one's weakest, so you can swing around there and get that one in the back to get the big points.
Yeah. So I've So this is a good. All right. Let's see. We got Destiny dice going over here. So it looks like he's going to have a lot of nice dice there. Tzeentch dice is a little hard to see on the camera.
Yeah.
Can't tell if that was 6s or just normal splash.
Because they're the actual GW Tzeentch dice?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
those are
GW
beautiful.
Sometimes, like those dice, it's just hard to see. Oh, you can see them on the side here. So maybe that's a chance you can kind of see. Yeah, I don't know how to decipher Tzeentch dice.
I don't know either. But I know he was cheering when he rolled it, so it must be good.
Yeah. That would be great to see what he uses those on. I played William recently against Tzeentch and totally forgot about Destiny dice. It's easy to forget,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, here's 6 damage from my ironclad, and he's like, yoink, nope.
Nope.
Destiny dice saved it.
You still took that game from him, though.
I did. It was a nice evening match at the old space base.
Oh, William takes the first turn.
All right. So we've got
Game started.
William going first.
Yep.
And did he decide that, or
Zach told? Zach decided.
Zach gave it to him.
Yep.
Okay. So you can see here our lower third's in the way a little bit. I'm going to duck that out real quick just so you can see kind of deployment here and what we've got going on. We can't see just that very back edge of the table, which is unfortunate in this deployment because that's where like half his stuff is. So, but you can see there that Tzeentch is deployed really far back. We can kind of show it here in this shot. And you can see how he's got his, on the left there, Zach's got his deployment in the back. I think he's trying to stay out of range. Make him go first, make him decide whether he wants to make him take the middle and then be out there in the open.
Make him commit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this battle plan, actually.
Yeah, it's good. I like looking at Will's army, too, because it looks like a traditional orc army.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like old school formation of, all your warriors up front and your big bad guys in the back. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he already seems like that being given the first turn, he's doing a lot of thinking right now. Yeah, a lot of thought going on. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe. All the likes and subscriptions, they help boost our presence online, which helps us get out there and get a bigger audience. If you want to support us, you can send us a direct message and buy some dice, or you can go over to teespring.com/stores/Warlando-2 to buy a t-shirt. We have lots of t-shirt options, very comfortable, high quality t-shirts available there.
We'll put up the correct link this time.
The correct link. And if you if you like what we're doing, you want to see us do more, please do like, subscribe, and then maybe consider buying a shirt.
Yeah.
Or some dice. We have the Warlando dice that a lot of people have been using today. I think Will might have another advantage here because he painted all of the terrain on the table. It's almost
like he's going to have a special trap set.
Yeah, maybe. It's definitely like a home field advantage.
Uh-oh. Got our first
Warlando. Likes roll the Warlando. I like that. Every time somebody rolls well, they go, Warlando.
Yeah. That's great. Doing some measurement here, probably looking at his threat range.
Oh yeah, see how far he can cast his spells. So he's got the WAAAGH Prophet up on top there. I'm working on my Big Wah army, mostly Iron Jaws, but except for the spellcasters, I'm converting a Blood Bowl quarterback, Blood Bowl thrower to be my WAAAGH Prophet.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the football out of his hand and put a skull there.
Cast his first spell here. I think it's going to be a big sort of magic.
Oh, this is a magic-heavy game.
Magic matchup.
These are magic-heavy armies, which might make it a bad matchup for Will. Just because he Tzeentch is so good at controlling the magic phase.
Yeah. So
There's
first magic cast and the first unbind.
Yep. And well, he used his fate dice, I believe.
Ooh.
So Will, the first action he does,
See
is
that
take
here?
him away.
Looks like he took off the fate dice there from the corner.
Yep. And that's great for Will.
Warlando.
Yep. Just he's forcing him to use his fate dice right away, which is something he really doesn't want to do.
Yeah. So we'll take a little close up at the armies here and see what we got in front of us.
Beautiful models. I think
Yeah.
William's Rogue Idol is like it's picked up what used to be known as a Dark Elf Cold One. He's got on its back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got
I
something
think he
else
has a
on
bunch
there.
of elves on it. We'll swing over and take a look at that.
That's funny.
See all
It's
these
like
flamers here. That's going to be nasty.
yeah,
Oof.
there's a lot of shooting.
And so here, he makes him go first, makes him rush up into the middle, and then he moves up with his flamers and he shoots him.
Yep.
So do you think Williams... Obviously, William knows this.
Oh, yes, he does. He's going to pick
So
a
what
unit.
do you do?
I think he's
Sit
going to
back
pick
and let him come?
I think he'll pick a unit of Ard Boys, one of those screen units. Go up and take the objective, and then just watch them get deleted.
Yeah.
And not be worse for the wear. And I think that that taking damage, he'll be able to advance in Zachary's turn.
Yeah, there's that rogue idol there. Still a little sunny here today, so sorry for the hot, bright images there, but you can see the rogue idol and the massive bone splitters.
Yep.
But there's that rogue idol. Getting ready for some smashing.
Yeah, that rogue idol is awesome. So if you've been with us all day long, this is game 3. So we've been broadcasting for 7 hours at this point. What time is it? Just about 5 o'clock. And yeah, it's been a long day.
It has been, but it's been a good day. It's been
Great
it's been a
day.
fun chance to get out here and stream for the first time. To see all these armies, just see the community just like show up at full force. Almost,
yeah.
You know,
Really is like we didn't get everybody. There's a lot of people at home that weren't able to make it out, and we miss you guys. Wish you were here to join us. This has been, still a great turnout, and Daniel said it's been the best turnout, biggest turnout for any of these Here We Go Again Lads games.
he's throwing the rogue idol up there right away.
That's fascinating. I guess he thinks he can weather it.
So I talked to William a little bit about this list.
Yeah.
He's got the ability to cast a spell that he can make the rogue idol fly.
Yeah.
And so he makes the rogue idol fly, and then it takes on, I think, the Iron Jaws and the Bone Splitter keyword.
Yep.
So then any of those buffs that come from the big wall and from his heroes,
Yep.
he's able to give to the rogue idol.
Particularly the War Chanter.
Yeah.
The War Chanter's ability helps him out.
So he gets the ability to he gets more damage. He gets to add damage to his attacks from the War Chanter, and he gets the additional buffs to charge. So he's going to be charging at like +3. And I think in the big wall, when you get up to a certain amount of points, you can, when you're hurt, you can make a move right afterwards, like D6 inches or something.
Yeah. The violent fury ability of the War Chanter. In your hero phase, you can pick one friendly Iron Jaws unit wholly within 15 of this model. Until your next hero phase, add 1 to the damage inflicted by attacks made with melee weapons by that unit. So he can add 1 to the damage characteristic of the Rogue Idol.
Yeah.
So makes it pretty scary.
Yeah, and I think the rogue idol has like 13 attacks of some kind.
Something like that.
All right. He's deciding which unit he wants to have at.
Have at.
Yeah, he's not just putting one unit out there. He's
pushing it all forward.
He's gunning for it.
He's not a timid player.
No. I bet he has an idea of how he wants to handle those flamers. That's, to me, I feel like that's what you got to worry about in this scenario that he's in right now. Not touching that unit and letting them get a full barrage, possibly double turn barrage, with having gone first.
Yes,
you know? That's
that's what
you got to think about. Yeah,
I think Zach seems kind of surprised right now about how fast William's army is getting across the table. I think he might regret not taking that first turn.
Mm-hmm. Another thing to consider too, because I've played this. A form of, not this, I haven't played this Bone Splitter's army because I haven't played the Rogue Idol against William, but playing against his all Bone Splitter one, still playing the big wall.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wounds to churn through.
Yes.
You do a lot of attacks. Back before the KO new book, and I could still buff the riggers, I ran 12 riggers into that unit. Buffed, but I was playing with them in cities, so I had them buffed with the Hurricaneum. They had the extra attack from the Chemist.
Yeah.
So that's 24 saw attacks, plus 1 to hit. So it's 2 up, minus 2 rend, D3 damage. I couldn't take out an entire unit.
Wow. After all that,
because it's 2 wounds apiece on those guys. They have staying power.
Oh yeah,
they got the war paint.
Around. Yep. Which gives them the shrug.
Going for the charge.
the catapult effect from the.
Got a 1 so far and a 5. So he gets a +2 to that, so he's got 8 charge.
I made this little dice box, and I'm happy about it, but the way I made it, if you hit just the dead center from the wrong height, it's a trampoline for your dice, and a single die would ping, just shoot right out of there. Got to kind of hit it at an angle.
So I wonder if he's going to decide about using a command point here to re-roll the charge or not. I don't know. Let's see.
He wants to get in there. He needs to get in there.
I think he can get in on the pinks. Are those like pinks on the other side there?
Maybe, but I don't know if he wants to get tied up with them and then just get shot off the table.
6 again.
Again?
Yep.
Oh. Wow.
We couldn't even help him out with a Warlando on that one.
No, we let him down.
I think we just want it to be the best game it can be.
Yeah.
So we don't want to force too many Warlandos too early.
Yeah.
We want to see this game played out a little bit. But he's definitely going to do something. Here he comes. He can fly. He can fly. He can fly. He can fly. And it's 5:15, and we've been here since.
We got about 4 hours sleep. Been here since 8:30 in the morning.
Is this his list right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we were to sum up the points, the big WAAAGH points he most likely got at the beginning.
Yeah.
He's getting one for War Chanter, one for the Shaman, one for the War Doc, one for the Prophet. That's 4. He's got 2 10-man units of Ard Boys and 5 Ard Boys. That's 3 points there. And then 2 points because it's 1 for every 10.
Yep.
So that's 4 and 2, so that's 6. Then 30 Savage Orcs, that's another 3. So that's 9. That's 9 WAAAGH points he's starting with.
Yeah.
Then you start your turn and you get all the stuff that comes with it.
Yep.
So
He's
all right. 6 wounds at -2. So it looks like he's going to dip into his Destiny dice here.
Yep. Again, he's going to run out quick.
And he's going to add to it. And 10 damage on top of that.
Yeah. This makes me want to get to work on a Rogue Idol.
Dude, the Rogue Idol is an amazing model.
Yeah. 400 points. You pay for it.
Yeah, but it's going to give you what you need.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not running 3 Rogue Idols.
Right. And this he's already like really forced Zach to spend the rest of the game reacting to him. William has. Zach's going to be spending the next few rounds just reacting to what Will is doing.
Yeah.
Not being able to control the turn.
So it looks like maybe the Lord of...
Whoa. Lord of Change is gone.
Lord of Change taken off the table. I'm going to go to this next shot and lose the lower third so you can see where he's fighting.
Yeah.
And then give you a little look-see on what he's been doing here. I mean, he's... Rogue Idol started here?
Yep.
Flew to here.
Yep.
Then he charged to here.
Yep. That's amazing.
And he just took out the Lord of Change, which was right there.
That's huge. So his general is gone in the first combat, in the first round, in the first 10 minutes of the game. That is rough. I think the Rogue Idol's going to die, but it's kind of like sacrificing your queen to get the king. Oof. This is rough. Like watching Muhammad Ali fight a toddler. That's not true. That's not fair. That's just something that's stuck in my head from a Futurama episode.
I'll just leave this around since they're right there.
Yeah. While you're watching us, please, if you remember, to like and subscribe. Helps us get our name out there.
Yes, please.
Yep. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm going to bring up the chat right now and see if anybody's in there. If you want to say hi, tell us we suck. Either, both acceptable responses.
Yes, both acceptable responses.
Like we were saying, pretty loopy at this point of the day. Hey, check this out. 486. Yeah, how about that?
So, yeah, we just started this channel a little bit ago and just started putting videos out there and growing it little by little. It's like two wounds to the idol. No rend, so it looks like he's probably taken 1 wound. Let's see if we can get this smash fight going on in here.
You guys have a lot of questions in the chat about some of the specific things Will's able to get off. After, we'll do a wrap up after the game, and we'll get some answers to your questions.
Looks like maybe the rogue idol has taken 7 wounds so far. Starting to turn his pinks into blues.
Yep.
I was actually underimpressed
With
by
that.
the pinks.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Well, I thought with all the hype that I was expecting. They are hard to kill off because it's a lot of points.
Yeah.
It's just for 20 of them. Yeah, it is. It's like, it's a ton of points. It's like 150 some wounds to get through.
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like playing cards on Overlords that they were super effective against me. And it's probably because I get to hide in the boat. The boat gives me a -1. He kept going for my heroes. I get another -1 for Lookout Sir.
Yeah.
Like, you're shooting at a -2.
Yeah.
When you're playing cards on Overlords.
There's better targets. Yeah. Better targets to pick.
And then you go, then they don't do rend. So then if you go for the boat all got better saves.
Yeah.
So you're hitting the Ironclad with a 3-up save. Like, it's tough to get through. It's a lot of wounds. And then and then he's got all the riggers to help heal him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can spend your whole turn shooting, get it down to 1, and it's just going to heal back.
So, so I was personally underwhelmed.
Yeah.
When I played Tzeentch, I made a point to kill off all of his flamers as fast as I could.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want
all that shooting.
So.
Looks like we've gone into the argument phase. Oh, William's excited about it. Sounds like there's nothing he can do about his dead heroes. I've definitely learned this the hard way. Don't underestimate how far your opponent can move. You gotta have good screens.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta have good screens out there. There's secret tech that people can pull out that you just, even if it's not a secret, you just expect your opponent's army to move one way, one style of direction, and then just to find out that no, they can move in ways you're not expecting. I definitely learned that lesson the hard way against your KO, my first time trying to play cities, and I'm seeing almost the exact same story here. He didn't have good enough screens to keep the idol away from his general. Now his general's dead. Right away.
So it looks like we're into the bottom of round 1. And looks like William scored 1 for his 2 in the back, and then 2 for the middle.
Yep.
So he's sitting at 4 points.
Yep.
Looks like
we have a purple sun on the table.
we have a purple sun falling on the table.
I'm going to use 3d6 for his arcane tome. I rolled 8. What's per game arcane tome? You want to try to find it? It's not a leading spell. It has to be only within 6 of him, and it can move up to 12. It's right there on the deck.
Albin, it is our pleasure. Thank you for watching. Oh. Zach's holding his purple sun like he's going to break it.
Yeah, playing the Karjan Overlords, it's very fragile with those boats.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of little bits, and the stands are super fragile,
yes.
so you gotta watch it.
Yeah. I understand. How often have you seen me break my witch elves?
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah. Constantly. But, you know, you...
Alright, so he cast a spell where he's doing some mortal wounds.
Yep. He's able to put some paint out there, but he wasn't able to wound the idol of Gork.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's this idol. It's just about to wreak havoc. It's like he just dropped King Kong in the middle of Brooklyn. It's going to tear it to pieces.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that was the sun's
Yeah.
attacks here.
Yep.
So, you can see William there keeping note of the destiny dice.
Yep.
Which is a really good tactic right there to kind of keep in your back pocket.
Yes.
You playing somebody that has something like this, keep track.
Yep. Well, I think he's also keeping track of his WAAAGH points, too.
Yeah. And it's always something you can do. You can always ask somebody, how much destiny dice do you have, or what's your blood tithe at, or what's your depravity at.
Yes.
I mean, I'd say just shoot off all the heroes from the table, then you don't have to worry about depravity.
That's true.
That would be my suggestion. I mean, that's my tip. Yeah, but I can throw out a few tips, right?
And was that a personal dig at William?
Well, I mean, it's just sometimes, you play these guys enough, and you figure out, you bring some secret tech, play some checks of your own.
Look at that idol out there. That is just scary. Just towering over everything.
All right, looks like he's getting out of there with one of his heroes.
I think he's piling in with it.
Oh, really? I thought it was just maybe he was like retreating in his move. I don't think we're quite.
Not quite sure what's happening right now.
We'll get some of this nice terrain in there as well. Painted by your very own William.
It's home field advantage.
Yeah. We had these terrain pieces specifically 3D modeled for the game today, and William painted them up, and they look great.
Yeah, they do.
That mushroomy, grot glitz feel to it.
Yep.
And then it turned into dust because the guy wanted it back.
You are watching Warlando. Here we go again, lads. Tournament on Leap Day, February 29th, 2020. The year of the critical hit.
Exactly.
We're at Campus Cards and Games 2, 436 and University in Orlando, Florida.
If you're in Florida, you should consider coming to one of these tournaments.
Absolutely.
We've got a great community of players here.
We do. We really do. This has been a fantastic turnout. Everybody's excited to be here, having a good time. Yeah, this is a great place to be. Definitely feel like there's less people here than when we started. I think more than a few people, when they lost their second game, they decided to go home.
But still pretty good turnout, I'd say so far.
Oh yeah. Great turnout.
Moving his flamers into position. While they're having their strategy phase, going on to shooting here, I'd say it's time for our thirsty phase.
Our thirsty phase? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, here he is. Zach's turning around, forced to engage his whole army on the rogue idol. No choice. He has to do it. He might not even have at this point what he needs to do it. And still the whole rest of William's army to come and cause a lot of suffering. If you like the show and want to show your support, please like and subscribe. We are selling dice. You can direct message us if you want to buy some Warlando dice like they're using in this game. We also have t-shirts available at teespring.com/stores/Warlando-2.
Got a plethora of options out there for you.
Yep. If one I just put up the other day, if you are an RPG player, you heard of the expression murder hobo. We have a murder hobo shirt. Was the last one we put up there.
All right, flame attack's coming. Here we go.
Yeah, now we're seeing something. That's a lot of dice. That is a lot of dice.
Or these are all the pinks firing back into the rogue idol. We'll know here once we hear some stats.
Yeah.
Des, thanks for asking, commenting here. 3 rounds today. It's this monthly Here We Go Again Lads tournament that we do, and we had maybe 20 players today, and we had a pretty diverse. We only had like 2 Bone Reapers, 2 Stormcast, 2 Tzeentch,
And everything is
2
up on
Archaons.
Everything's up on Best Coast Pairings as well.
Yep.
We're using Best Coast Pairings, our tournament organizer, Dan's a great guy, and he's put everything up on Best Coast Pairings, so you should be able to look it up. Here We Go Again Lads Mini GT up on Best Coast Pairings. Out of Orlando, Florida, you can search for it. Marcus Fredrickson wants to know your thoughts on the new KO book, Nicholas.
The new KO book. Wow, this is a conversation.
It's a whole conversation. But we got time to roll in some damage. We don't
Yeah.
see the results for a minute.
Yeah, the KO book. It definitely took the focus off of the chemist buffing either Arcanauts.
29 wounds?
29 wins on the idol.
All right, 29 wounds on the idol.
Let's see if it sticks around.
William looks sure of himself here. I know.
It doesn't matter if the idol gets destroyed. It did its job.
Yeah.
It went in there. These are all shots that aren't hitting his battle line, and they're shots that didn't do anything to protect his general. His general is gone.
Mm-hmm. Got another wave of dice coming here. It's a lot of Warlando dice I see out there.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Right. Okay.
A couple Warlandos in there.
And I think does he get the war paint save here because he's bone splitters?
That's a good question.
I think he does.
Yeah, I think that's what he's rolling right now.
And I think it's 5 ups.
Yep.
So I think he only took about 5 wounds there. 6 wounds.
6 wounds. Wow. Out of how many was it? Did he say 39?
29.
29.
Yeah. Well, 39 sounds good too.
There it is. He took all those shots, and the idol's still there.
Flux Master. He's going to shoot his firebolts at it.
All right, we got some firebolts coming.
He's sitting on.
But yeah, the KO book, it definitely did right on the ships. The ships needed to be a focus, and so it shifted focus from Arcanauts shooting skyhooks and riggers chopping with their saws to a boat.
Yep.
The riggers are there to fix the boat.
Yep.
And
it's all about the boats.
And the garrisoning part is awesome. I think it's a great thing. The fly high rule is a really cool rule. The only problem is there's not a whole lot of good buffs, like pluses to hit and to wound.
Yeah, like you used to have.
Right. The Arcanauts get them when they're around an objective, which is nice and handy. And they get a 4-up save, so that's nice. The Arcanauts are going to be good for objective holding, but that's it.
Yeah.
And the sorry, we just heard a clunk. But yeah, so but the ships giving you plus or -1 to hit on heroes. If they're in there with a person, for lookout, sir, -1 for being garrisoned, +1 to save. Like, it's got staying power.
Yeah.
I just the 3-ups and the 4-ups. There's lots of 4-ups to either to hit or to wound, and that's tough to get them through. But that's because I'm used to playing cities, shooting with my Iron Drakes, getting a plus to hit with my Hurricanum, getting +1 to wound with my Tempest Eye command trait, Hawked Eye. So when I shift over from cities to KO, I'm like, this is a really fun army, but it's going to be more to me like Gloomspite is, like the Glitz. It's more about moving and getting into position and taking objectives than it is trying to table the other person.
Yes.
Which some people would say, well, that's the point of the game, objectives. And you're right, that is.
It is.
But everybody also likes to try and clear models off the board.
Go up and wreck face.
Yeah. And so if you roll bad, of course, with everybody, if you roll bad, you do bad. But I think there's a chance to... There's a chance to fail on a 4-up.
Yeah.
So and the chemist who gives you rerolls of 1 to wound, and then the other special chemist, Björgen Borgen, he gives you rerolls of 1 to hit, but you can't do that when you're in the boat. You got to be out of the boat.
Yeah.
So you might as well just drop them out of the boat with your Arcanauts when you want them to hold an objective, which is good. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's just something to get used to, I think.
Yes, yeah, it's just a different way you have to play now. But yeah, like you said, they made it all about the boats.
I do love Marcus commenting in. I do love the Ether Gold idea. Triumphs is great. You are right. You don't get abilities like they have a lot of re-rolling abilities. Let me say that. So maybe losing. There's another thing is you don't get any additional attacks in this army. Whereas other armies, you're playing legions, you're playing, all these other. You're playing cities, you're playing. Daughters of Cain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But you get all these abilities to do additional attacks. You won't get that in KO, but you get the Ether Gold, which is to re-roll, choose what you want. But you can only use that once per phase on one unit.
Yeah.
And so that's where I feel like the tough part is I got all this Ether Gold, and now I'm just going to spend it on this one unit. This other unit's going to get wiped out. And they're going to lose the ability for the Ether Gold. I've already spent it on that other unit. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Everybody else gets it passively. It's not a activation.
Yeah.
For the phase kind of thing. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Like the Ether Gold is you got to be in that phase and you can only use it once on one unit.
Yeah.
All these other buffs where they give you extra attacks and
like with Daughters of Cain, if the Hag Queen's just near them, they get a +1 attack.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
So
So
I think it's just going to be getting used to. So.
Yeah.
They're hitting on 4s +1 for 3s.
But today, here we go again, lads. 3 rounds, 20 players. I think we have 3 games playing for the top table, or for the win today.
Yeah.
And then I guess on that, it's going to probably go to strength of score. So.
Yeah, this really makes me excited to finish with my big wall army, my Iron Jaws.
All right, so it looks like the Rogue Idol has stayed in it.
Amazingly.
Yeah.
Amazingly, he stayed in it.
I think he just rolled his d6 to see where he wants to move the Rogue Idol, because the Rogue Idol did get injured this turn.
It looks like he's packing
he is
it
taking
up.
it off.
Rogue Idol is done.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, you said 3 mortal wounds? This is plasticity.
Oh, he was rolling to do mortal wounds in his range when he dies off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it looks like he's still taking models off the board, even though he already left the board.
Yep.
But that's his job. The job of the Rogue Idol is to get thrown out there and get in your face.
Yep.
This will definitely be a test of resiliency on the Bone Splitters to see if a double turn can be survived.
Yeah.
So it looks like some more shots into that Bone Splitter group.
Yep.
So it wasn't one big unit of flamers. It looks like it was 3 units of flamers.
Sorry.
Battle shot. Over here. I lost 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so like down in this corner here, looks like you have 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Whereas before it looked like maybe a unit of 9 or a unit of 6.
Turn priority.
Oh, turn priority. All right, here we go.
Black dice. Black and red.
All right.
Zach is rolling the black dice. Oh, Warlando for the turn priority.
Did he really roll a Warlando?
He did.
Warlando for the win. That is great. That is great news. Not so great for Zach, but he's going to get to move his Purple Sun.
All right, so there goes the purple sun. He's screwed it off.
Yep.
It looks like he's going right for that bone splitter group. We got a roll off here.
What are they rolling off for
I
here?
don't
Oh, determining whether or not the.
Oh, okay. Looks like it was a pretty close call. Max movement. Do we call it a hit or not?
Looks like it's in there.
And looks like he's screwed on the sun again. He's got 23 guys in this unit. Purple Sun wounds on 6s? 5s.
I'd say 5s. But
We are in Shaiish, right?
We are in Shaiish. So
I think it just gets extra movement. I think it's just 12 movement in Shaiish. We'll see what he pulls off here. All right. It's on 6s. And I think model's slain.
yes, slain outright. Doesn't
So-
cause mortal wounds.
He rolled 3 6s. And looks like he took off 3 bone splitters. Looks like 2 more 6s for a couple more bone splitters. Oh no, Ardboy's there. All right. He's decided he's done with his purple sun.
Yep, and now William virtually unopposed at this point.
Yeah, losing the Lord of the Change.
That was huge.
But he also traded it for the Rogue Idol.
Yes.
But probably with Tzeentch, that was a good trade.
Well,
You think?
I think it was more than just trading the model. I think he traded a phase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was a phase where William controlled 3 objectives versus his 2 objectives. That's what the idol did. It took out his general and let him control that whole second half of the turn.
Yeah.
It really just stealing the turn away from him.
Oh, it's Warlando. I was just trying to see if it was wholly within 12 or just within 12. It's just within. Okay. Casting that on? Because I have Warmer? Sure, that's a good idea. Alright. 7 plus 6.
So yeah, I mean, if don't forget to check out some of our other videos. Can come back again soon as well.
Yeah, please
This game's
do.
far from over, but you know, we're gonna keep doing live streams. We're gonna keep doing battle reports.
Yep.
Got some hobby videos coming in.
Hobby videos in the works.
Yeah, and all about Age of Sigmar.
Yes. Yeah. And we have a podcast too.
Yeah,
We got a
Yeah.
lot we're doing.
yeah.
Let us know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to see more of, and you wish there was more of on the internet. You know, we want to provide a service.
Yeah. And we got some good players here in Orlando. It's fun to show
Great
off their
players.
armies, show off their,
Yeah,
you know.
we could probably do some battle reports with everybody you saw here today. Do some future battle reports to get some more in-depth analysis of how things went.
Swapping phase here.
Yep. There go the pinks. Here comes some blues. If you're not familiar with it, the pink horrors in the Tzeentch army, the pink horrors are demons, and when they get killed, they split in half and they become 2 blue horrors instead of 1 pink horror.
And then if you kill the blue horror, you stomp on them, and they turn into brimstone, right?
Is it brimstone horrors or green horrors?
Brimstone.
Brimstone horrors?
Yeah.
William's got a little dice flourish as well. A little snap to the wrist.
Yeah. I'm sure there's, again, some sort of tell.
Here it comes a little, boom, there's that flourish
Get a
again.
little spin on it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's when you
Backspin.
need a specific number, you dial in the amount of whip.
Yep. It's also control, too. When the dice land, they don't go anywhere. You know?
Yep.
Like that backspin makes them just land and stay.
There you go.
Not like some dice throwers, they throw it and it's knocking all your models down, it's flying across the room. That's how a pro rolls their dice. I'm not going to say this is already decided.
No,
It's not already decided.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, we definitely have a battle ahead of us here.
So +4.
Even though there's a lot of stuff getting packed up. There's still, the Herald of Tzeentch on a disc.
Is that on?
He didn't unbind the Purple Sun.
No, he didn't. It's interesting.
I wonder if he's hoping to use that to his advantage next turn.
Maybe. Because he's got so much casting. Or maybe he's just like, I'll take that hit again in exchange for shooting all my spells that I want to get off.
Right. He definitely has a stack of spells he wants to get off.
Yes.
So taking that away is, it's a big decision. The synergy in this army is really cool.
Yes, it is.
Splitters. It's really fun to see the synergy when that comes together.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And I think that's why some people, when the book gets old, the synergy kind of seems to waft away. I feel like. Because, the general's handbooks change and the different things. And so you start to lose some of these sort of...
The excitement.
Yeah, and the focus that army had back then, and now it's different. The FAQ changes, the GHB changes, and then look at Seraphon. It's like you want to play competitive Seraphon list, you play like one or two build, like one build. All right, off to movement. We've got some Ard boys coming up.
We're running up the table.
And as Flamers, he's going to have to decide if he wants to deal with those, get people off the objective in the middle, or deal with those Ard boys.
Right.
And if he gets them into combat, then they have no other choice but to shoot at them.
And that's still, he's still in a position where he's having to defend. And William can just continue to be on the offensive.
Speaking of offensive, if you enjoy our show, please let us know. Or don't.
Speaking of offensive, our show is offensive. We also do a podcast,
We do.
which is not for kids. In that podcast, we alternate. Most of the time, we're talking Age of Sigmar, but we also talk D&D. Our most recent episode was with Dungeon Master Matt, where we were talking about how Game Master preps for their game session.
Yeah, we're currently in a session together, you and I, and Matt,
And Matt.
and Mark.
Curse
the
of Strahd,
sexier
Dungeons and
sounding
Dragons.
of the three of us.
Yep, that's Mark.
And he, well, anyway, Curse of Strahd.
Curse of Strahd is amazing. And
that
we're
book-
right there. We're about to face down Strahd himself.
We have to. There can't be anything left in that book. We've I feel like that book is like as thick as a textbook.
It is. It's a big book. And we've played through it for like a year and a half now.
Yeah. So this is a big climax.
Yeah.
And we'll see if, we, do we prematurely?
Do we all die at the hands of the most evil of vampires, or do we triumph and free Ravenloft, free
Right.
all Barovia from this tyrant?
Yeah.
We'll
I'm playing
see.
a druid,
Yeah.
a half-orc druid.
Yep.
You're playing...
High elf, Battlemaster, rogue.
Yep.
Yep.
And you kind of have elf ears now.
Well, they're green though. These are
Yeah.
These are my orc ears.
Yeah, those are cute.
Oh, thanks.
From Splug.
I'm gonna do something to yours.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. I'll put something on yours.
Yeah.
So you can be ready. I don't want to leave you out. Of,
Yeah, you're right.
Altered headsets. Maybe some like a dwarven helmet. Put some horns on there, like it's in a dwarven helmet.
All right, coming to the charge phase here. So let's see what we got on the Ard boys there. Ooh. Now that's the War Master's
That's the charge.
charge right there.
Yeah.
I think that's a big unit of them too. Either it's a
Of the Savage?
oh no, that's I think that might be the 5 and then the 10, right?
Yeah.
Ard boys, I think they're the Ard
Yeah.
boys. And then there's so that was the unit of 5, and then there's a unit of 10 following up behind there. See what he gets on those guys. Another 11 would. Oh. So they get an additional 3 to charge. So he'd be going at a 10 here. Oh, and he got it.
Oh yeah. He's in there.
These guys don't hold back.
No.
You know.
I know. These Ard boys, yeah.
Great question, Kev. Yeah, let's. I think I'm going to pop out for a second and check on the other top tables. Give you a little report and see what's going on.
That sounds good, and I will fill airtime. I'm doing a good job of it so far. Let me take another look at William's list here. Doesn't look like he picked a realm. I think it's an interesting thing that they did when they changed, when the Orcs book came out, Orc War Clans, that they made it so that you could take the Ard boys in a unit of 5 instead of the usual 10 you were forced to take before. But if you take them in a unit of 5, they don't count as battle line. In that case, they're a special, almost like a slow cav unit. But there's so many ways to get extra movement on the table for these units. Oh man, he's moved so far across the table. William doing this really interesting conga line maneuver, charging 2 units in opposite directions with his charge roll of these 30 Savage Orc unit. Wow, this is like masterclass in session. Look at that charge. Straight conga line so he can split his attacks between flamers. Wow. Oof. So it looks like we're going to see some interesting combat.
That unit is the more
Looking at Tells, things seem a little tense.
It'll be 80 shots.
This is a really fun matchup. One of my favorite units in the game is the Herald of Tzeentch on a disc. Such a fun idea that they've got this. Essentially, they're running around on a flying carpet. That's what the disc is, just this evil flying carpet that they ride around on. Lots of measuring.
You actually were worse.
I really like that charge maneuver that he just did. Taking chances.
I messed up my screen and I was bad.
Trying to look up some stats here. It's been such a long day. Not that it hasn't been a fun day. It's been a super great day. But yeah, getting more than a little loopy. Welcome back.
Thanks. All right.
All right. Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a nice little graphic you're putting together there.
So we'll just do a little thing here from the tables.
Yeah.
We've got over at table 2, Chris Cuevas that we saw here before. It was the second round. They went ahead and called it already.
Already?
Yeah.
Because everybody's tired.
He was playing Brendan. Brendan was playing the Glotkin
Yes.
list with the 3 great unclean ones and
Yeah.
Glotkin, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's Chris had too many points by round 2. He had 12 points, and then going into the third turn, he would have gotten another 4. Mm-hmm. So 16 would have been like there's no coming back against that.
Yeah.
So they just kind of played it out and said even if you plopped here and plopped there and did this and that, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So sounds like he probably moved really quick up the lanes and just was able to maximize on the points.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then table 2, is Doug, who we saw in the first game, playing his Slaves to Darkness against Andrew, I think? No. Check. But he's playing Deepkin.
Yeah.
They're tied at 6-6. Turn 3.
Really? That's great. How much time do we have left? You see?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he's on the computer right now, so we'll be able to see that. I'm going to peek my head around the corner just a little.
Okay.
So you only got 1 for them, and what was the other one you got? Oh, 1 for them.
Kevin. That's who he's playing. Playing Fish Kevin. Kevin.
These are -1 to hit because I'm a hero.
I do not know. Not quite sure, but it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're an hour in, right?
Yep. Hour and 15.
Yeah.
Halfway there. Did you see that charge maneuver that Will made?
Just now?
Yes.
I did not. No.
He was right in between two units, and pretty much equal distance between two units on opposite sides of the table, basically. And so he charged both units at once by making a conga line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have even thought of it, but he did it, and it's paying off.
And now he's got all those units wrapped up into combat.
Yep.
And
they have to shoot them first.
did he transport to the backfield there? Teleport? To
No,
the
he did a run and a charge. Or not a, yeah, it must have been a run and a charge.
And where did they come from?
Right down the middle.
Wow.
Yeah. He's just had enough time to move them up there because Zach was all tied up with that idol.
Yeah. Well, why don't you show me here on the little drawing board?
Yeah, let's see what I can do.
Oh shit! That unit that was in the middle.
That unit that was in
Holy
the middle.
Fuck shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what
so,
the hell?
This isn't taken up there. Do you have to hit something?
It is. Yeah. I'm sorry. Here, let me make it a little bigger for you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I couldn't see it. So
Right
this is
there.
where they were, right up there in the middle.
Yep.
And he charged them into like a conga line
Oh yeah.
so that they were able to attack a unit here and a unit here at the same time.
Wow. Yeah. And he's just
That's it. That's what he did.
yeah. And really, what he's doing there is he's just opening up Zach's army.
He
He's
yeah,
just spread
pinning-
wide open.
Yeah. He pinned them down completely.
Yeah. So now Zach can't move from the backfield,
Can't without retreating, and if he retreats, he can't shoot.
and he's not getting any closer to the objective.
Right. And if he doesn't retreat and he chooses to shoot, he has to shoot the Savage Orcs
Yeah.
because they're within 3.
Right. So, yeah, this sounds like it's.
He just pulled them apart.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
just grabbed him by the ankles and just
Split them down the middle like a
split him right
wishbone.
down. Exactly. Where he was on both sides, and he's going to win no matter what.
Yep.
With pulling, if you're playing wishbone against yourself,
Yeah.
you're going to win.
Yep.
Yep. So, Kevin, if you're still there, we got a little update for the other tables. We've got table 2. They called it. Chris beat Brendan, and Night Hunt beat the Nurgle Glotkin, the Great Unclean One party. Table 3, Fish Kevin is playing Doug.
Yep.
So Deepkin versus STD. And Kevin is fighting very hard to not catch an STD by the end of this game. So it was tied 6-6, round 3. Well, hey, if you like what you see, help us out. That's how we get to do this more often,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it helps us buy the gear. We're not even at the point where we're like buying models and stuff, fun stuff yet. This is just,
The stuff that we have to use, gimbals, light kits, different adapters to be able to hook up different cameras.
Yep. So
License fees for the different apps we use and the software
Right.
we use. It's,
editing software, sound bank.
we love this hobby, both hobbies, the hobby of Warhammer and the hobby of broadcasting and creating media,
Yep.
We're passionate about it, but it does cost money, and if you want us to keep doing it, we'd love your support.
Yeah. So we do sell dice. Some of the dice that you've seen William roll tonight, and some of the other tables we're rolling as well. $12 for 12 dice.
It's a good deal.
It's Chessex dice. So
It's a steal.
it is. It's a deal steal. Email us at warlando77@gmail, as you can see on the screen, for some dice. We do have some options for you. We've got some nice like red ones. We've got some nice like green ones. I gotta bring back Captain Obvious from New Jersey. We got out of colors too. You got the green,
Look at
more
all
green.
those colors.
So anyway, let us know what you want. Just let us know what color. Like, just ask what colors do you have available.
We are running low on some of them.
Yeah.
Like those bright green, there's almost none left.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
Yeah, and you know what's growing on me? The ones I
What?
didn't like when they first came were those kind of like blue, smoky ones.
Yeah.
They're growing on me.
Yeah,
They are.
they're pretty neat.
So, yeah, just hit us up and say, hey, what do you guys got left? And we'll tell you, and we'll send you an invoice. PayPal. Or, buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, feel free to...
.com/stores/Warlando-2.
Yep, can't go wrong with that.
Nope. We've got some Grand Alliance shirts. So if you're playing whatever your color scheme for your army, if you're playing Grand Alliance Order, for example, and you've got a green army, you get a green shirt that says Grand Alliance Order.
Mm-hmm. You're on your own, my friend. I'm going to the bathroom. Can you find out what the score is? Update you with the score here. Just a moment.
4-2.
Round 3? And round 3? All right, so we are at round 3, and the score is 4-2. But I envision we've got more points coming from William here in just a moment. Woo! Here, Warlando in the distance. Somebody's rolling a 6. So it looks like he's doing some armor saves here. Some save rolls, doing some damage. Piling in some more Ard boys there at the bottom. Rolling some hit, some to wound. Let's see what these flamers in the back can do. See what they can hold up to. Sixes to save. Ooh, going for a 5.
Wow. Look
Wow.
at that roll.
That was a big roll right there. Ooh.
Really
Yeah.
impressive. Everybody's still laughing, having a good
Yeah.
time, rolling dice.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good day.
Absolutely. Sign of a good leap day.
All right, looks like we had another. The answer back here. Not sure what his little tokens there on the left are.
I'm not sure either. Next time we set up the table, we should set it up so that you can get out from either side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a peek real quick.
Yeah. Well, I will go take a peek.
Yeah, when you went Ethereal, I'm like, wow. So that's just Ethereal, he had brutal saves.
Fate dice. That's 7. I have 7 or 8 points. I have 7 points to summon demons.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Doug. Guess we're not playing Archeo right now. Dude, Archeo is so itchy to kill that
Those are fate points.
Oh,
to summon demons.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly. See, Archeo, the guy that goes.
Yeah, those are fate points for summoning demons.
His opportunity to possibly bring back a Lord of Change, right?
Possibly, but I think he needs a lot of points.
Yeah.
He's at 7, I think he said right now.
He's at 7? Okay. So if you're on the chat, not sure if you know what 7 fate points will get you. If you do, let us know. Interesting to see an army like this move. It just always blows my mind. I mean,
Are we still up?
yep, should be.
I've got a load screen. That's what I'm asking. It might just
Yep.
be my tablet.
Yeah, I think so. So it sounds like from Dez, 10 fate points, the lowest you can have to start bringing back Screamers, Blues, Brims. 30 for a Lord of Change. Wow, thanks for that, Dez. Yeah, just crazy. My experience with Tzeentch, is that I don't know. I don't know what the trick with Tzeentch is. Like, you must need to be somehow on the offensive, and giving yourself, at least turn 1 with your general, with your Lord of Change. That was kind of rough to lose him.
Yeah, right away. I think that really broke up the synergy, and that conga line is still going.
Yeah.
I think that's like just the death knell.
Yeah, to get your units from back here to, pushing up a big force here, right? Pushing up another force here. Pushing up then your other force over here. It's great. It's great movement. It's great tactics. But then being able to get all the way into here by round 3.
Yeah.
It just always amazes me. Right here. There. That is an amazing
It's such a great move. To really understand the movement in this game, it's one thing to put together a great army list, and it's one thing to pick out great synergies and combinations. But if you really know how to move your units, how to set up your screens, and how to anticipate what your opponent's going to do, and see those big gaps like he saw and was able to just capitalize on it, it's huge.
And that's the thing they say, with OBR being a big deal is like there's is that they're slow.
Right, the score is now 10-2. At the end of William's turn.
So bottom of 3.
Yep.
Zach's turn.
Zach's turn, and he's not looking pleased. Yeah.
But, you know, OBR, the big thing is everybody's like, yes, they seem a little unbalanced, you know?
Yes.
They seem a little broken. But
broken bones.
stay away from them. Make them move.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean,
Play your game.
A scenario like this, you know, focal points, they are going to try to probably rush to the middle and hold that and, you know, just kind of keep it and make you come take it from them.
Yeah.
So then I guess, you know, you just maximize on coming around the flank, you know, work those lanes, let them stay in the middle. And when they try to break from the middle, take the middle. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Either help or game over. I mean, you have such a huge lead, I might as well do it. But I mean, even then, like, I already have exactly that.
So it looks like Zach was able to hold 2 points here in the backfield.
When's that? These guys, pick one enemy unit on the battlefield that has 9 or more models that he has destroyed before the end of that turn. This unit is complete.
But, you know, then looking at an Iron Jaws army where they get a chance to move in the hero phase and then they can make a move again. I don't know. John's told me this like 3 times. I don't always remember, but you probably remember.
What's that?
Like John being able to move his Iron Jaws pigs like 3 times during one phase.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that particular action is able to be carried out.
I think he gets like a move in the hero phase, and then he can once per battle or something like move them again, and he get like twice. Oh no, he uses a spell.
Yeah.
So he uses a spell that allows a unit to move twice. And then if the spell goes off really well, they get to move like 3 times their movement.
That's awesome.
And then there's another ability where he gets a chance to move him into hero phase. So John, with all of his pigs, he's got that threat range of like 18 inches on average, and possibly sometimes like, you know, on one unit he's going, I don't know, like 27 inches.
Yeah.
And if you've got a 24-inch gap in between you, he's going to be right there.
Yeah.
So what do? You got to put up a screen. You got to keep him out.
Yeah.
Just say, I don't want this unit to live.
Well,
And
you can look at it that way, or
unless
like,
they're sister, or unless they're
unless
witches,
they've got some crazy
witch
save,
elves.
but not so much that I don't want this unit to live, but like I want this unit's job
Yeah.
is to just block.
Yep.
You know, they're just running out there to just block, and if they live or die, they're doing their job.
Right. So Cities of Sigmar, I use my Longbeards. I set up a screen.
Yep.
Try to stop you. They're really good in combat. They get +1 to save. Tempest Eye gives them another +1 to save.
Yeah.
So they're 2 up on the first round. So that's helpful against an alpha strike
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Daughters of Cain, Witch Elves, they get the 5 up and then the 5 up.
Yeah.
And then probably another 5 up somewhere. Doug coming over to catch up, see what's happening.
Yep.
Looks
Coming
like
to
they must be done over there. He hoot and hollered a second ago, so
He did.
sounds like that's a win for Doug.
Yes, it does.
So 3-0 for Slaves of Darkness.
Doesn't look like
Slaves
too
to
many
Darkness.
people are still playing. Maybe a couple tables.
We got Trevor, who is playing the Skaven. He's playing on table 4, and he has he's playing Bone Reapers. He's still playing. Looks like John is playing Ben.
So just how you all doing today? You having a good time?
Yeah, doing good.
How'd your game go, Doug?
Did you win? Awesome.
He kind of avoided Archeon.
Yeah.
So you run around slaughtering everybody. And so by the time we got done, it was like,
Yeah.
the guy left.
Are you glad you brought Slaves to Darkness today? Yeah, Doug's happy.
Up and really pretty.
Yeah.
And just, I'm going to do some crazy bases. Right now, they're just on normal bases. I'm going to make them look beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, looks like William walked away. Where did he go? Okay.
So, yep, looks like John's playing Ben. So we got Iron Jaws versus Bone Reapers. That
Curious
ought
to
to be
hear,
a pretty good
hap-
matchup for the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I would love to know what happened there. Pretty good matchup for the first 2 rounds. It's a good matchup. I'm curious to see how these guys did.
Alright, so William said I can roll the dice while he uses the bathroom. You guys want to record it on the dice tray?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Keep you honest.
So William's so confident he went to the
He got
bathroom.
that just in time. He said to me about to roll the dice. Alright, so... Yeah, I know, right? So these are all in the Iron Jaws. These are hitting on... They go from 5s to 4s.
So we got some attacks coming. Ooh, those dice. Not even gonna take that shot.
Some bright dice.
Won't even
You're not
see
even gonna
anything.
take that shot. You can't
Just-
see anything anyway.
They're
Just-
like
just
little
white dots.
They're like little lemon drops. Be careful not to eat them.
I was just snooping. What's that? I was just snooping.
Oh,
So it's just snooping. So, how's it looking over there with John and Ben?
Ben's record.
Yeah. Did John do the alpha strike with his Iron Jaws and
Bounced right off.
bounced off? Yeah. And at that point, you're just sitting back and letting nature take its toll.
They're still
All right.
going.
So we got lots of dice coming. A lot of still fighters in this sort of
Yeah,
like
it's
bottom
not-
left group there. I mean, you can't see those numbers, but he definitely rolled some numbers. Lots of attacks there.
I'm not saying it's not over, but it does feel like Williams is packing his stuff up.
It's like the So it looks like they're just running through some armor saves real quick, some attacks, just kind of. I think this is the last hurrah here from Zach.
Yep.
And so he's going to.
Yeah, I have another 40 dice. Next we're going to do this guy. He's going to shoot at the unit.
Next time, I think we're going to work on getting the right mic. We just went with what we had this time.
Yep.
Realized it wasn't the right.
We're gonna have the best. We're gonna get a better mic for over the table.
Yeah. And then that way we can kind of cut in and we can see hear some action, and you can follow it on your own. Here's the section they were just fighting in right there. You can see lots of blues. They just have staying power. They're not going anywhere. That unit hasn't moved this whole game.
Yeah, they're just sitting there.
So, and I guess, that's the point of the orcs. That's always been the point. That's always been the fluff of the orcs or oryx or whatever you want to say, like both, whatever matchup, like whatever version of the game. It's the green tide.
Yes.
Because they are going to just send a wave at you, and then it's going to come back, and then we're going to send another wave at you.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's just
this the battalion he's running too, the Ardfist. If you take out a unit of orcs, he can bring in another identical unit, which is, I think, just ridiculous.
And so looks like he's got some more flamer attacks in the back there.
Yep.
$12 damage. Ooh, there's a few Warlandos though.
Yep.
Oh man.
Here, William. This guy rolls like it's crazy. This guy needs to go to Vegas. Oh wait, he did go to Vegas. Then he won.
And he won. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna call the game here soon, probably, right? And then
pretty soon. Not yet.
I mean,
but
we still got 45 minutes. But I'm saying, like, when the game is done, when the game is called.
Well, I guess
there's not going to be any. There's going to be barely any green left.
That's true.
It's all, but it was I think it's a calculated push.
Yes. Yeah. He didn't do what I thought he was going to do. What I thought he was going to do was going to run his light units out there, his fluffy units, just to hold not even hold the objectives, just to take that center objective and get in the way.
Yep.
And he kind of did what I thought, but just did it so much better. Because instead of throwing a fluffy unit out there, he launched that rogue idol from the back of the table all the way across to just get in the way and take an entire turn away with just this giant monster in his face. It was masterful play, and now again with the Savage Orcs that are still in their conga line.
I'm telling you, man, 2 wounds apiece. They last a long time.
Yeah.
This autofocus here. Somebody's got to put their hand in there to zap it.
Yeah.
All right, finally. Come on, let's go.
Wow.
So just amazing to see. And those big stabbers haven't even gotten in combat yet. He has a whole unit of big stabbers ready to
What do the big stabbers do?
They run in and they hit you really hard, and they do tons of D3 damage.
Yeah.
So, I was lucky enough to shoot them off before they got a chance to charge me when I played his Bone Splitters.
Yeah.
But I still took, 30 some, Bone Splitters to the face.
Yeah.
30 some Savage Orcs running into you. It does damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that all your terrain over there in the table by Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's still
Intact.
I kind of just dropped the box off to Daniel and said, here you go.
That's nice of you.
But it's just all that type of terrain at Pegasus Hobbies, like modular, connecting, Gothic-style buildings.
Yeah.
So
I started painting up my all my terrain I got from that Kickstarter that Mini Duels did years ago.
Oh, yeah. Like the buildings, the ruined buildings?
Yeah, and I feel like it's the right time with Warcry. I feel like those ruined buildings would be great for Warcry. If I build some bridges and I build some ladders for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll fit in a lot of different games.
Yeah.
But I really want to, as much as I love... Well, I don't even want to say I love Warcry. I'm enjoying Warcry, but I love Skirmish. And I just feel like Skirmish is the better game of the two games. I like the thought of taking some rules from Warcry, particularly the jumping rules and falling rules.
Yeah.
I think those are awesome. But other than that, I think that Skirmish is still a better game because it's really just...
It's Age of Sigmar.
It's Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's Age of Sigmar with smaller units.
Yeah.
Which is what I want to play.
Yeah. It's just... It is a little... I don't quite understand it fully, like why they even came out with Age of Sigmar or Skirmish when they knew they were coming out with Warcry.
Well, they had skirmish out for a long time.
Yeah.
They had when they were.
But then they did updated rules to it.
Yeah.
Right before they came out with Warcry.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't you just kill it off if you really wanted Warcry to be the thing?
Well, I think they needed something to put in those issues.
It's
get
like
some-
White Dwarf content. Yeah.
And I think they wanted to show that they're still supporting it, which I think they are still supporting it.
I like it.
I like it too. And
I just, like, on a business level, I'm like, I don't want to play Warcry because I can just play skirmish.
yeah, and I bought my handful of Warcry stuff. I'm excited that I got the terrain, the books. I gave it a go. I played a few games. I'm going to play more games. But skirmish is my love. And with us doing this narrative campaign, I like the thought of us doing a hybrid at 500 points,
Yeah.
doing like a hybrid skirmish,
Yeah.
with regular Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
And that sounds like fun to bring in some weird units we wouldn't normally get a chance to play.
Yeah.
Alright, combat, we'll do this one first.
Still going, still fighting.
Still hanging in there.
Yeah, he's not giving up. Zach is not giving up. He's going to keep fighting. He's going to keep going for some points. What did we say the score was?
Score is 10-2.
10-2.
Yeah, I had that lower third off because it kept going right in the middle of the. So we got some more pile-in and attack over there on that other group.
Yep.
He's got these Vegas dice here, and these ones, they don't always, they like to just plop. They don't roll.
Yes, they don't. That hard edge.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You like the plop?
Do I like the plop?
Yeah, or do you
Feels like a trick question.
or do you like the roll?
I think I prefer a roll, but I don't have a problem with the Vegas dice. I feel like they're a little awkward because of the way they roll, but
Yeah. I mean, the Warlando dice are nice. They
Nothing
just
like the
bounce and
Warlando
roll
dice.
and
oh, those
tumble. All the good things associated with dice, not plop.
not plop. The Warlando dice, those are the best.
He's mixing between these black and these Vegas dice.
Yeah,
It's interesting. It's like
It is
ones to
interesting.
hits,
I would-
to
yeah.
wounds.
he's got a system, and his system works.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about this is like dice are so much fun in that respect.
Yeah.
Like you can make your own system, track your own way of doing it. Like watching Mark.
Yes.
Mark will put a pile of dice and he'll systematically move through the pile individually
Yeah.
until it's done, and then it's like shuffle all those other ones up again and make another pile. Systematically move one,
That's
I don't know
neat.
if you've seen him do that.
I haven't noticed that. I've noticed
Okay.
that he has some kind of system where he doesn't roll the same two dice two times in a
Right.
row, which is fascinating.
So I think he's simplified it to the pile, pull from the pile, put in a discard pile.
Yep.
Not so hot of a roll there.
Nope.
And that wasn't a follow-up either. So looks like he did some minimal damage there.
For you, sir? Oh, yeah.
So thanks again for
Throw your-
watching. We've had a consistent, viewership over the day.
You can throw your empty in there.
Okay. We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep refining our skills.
Yes, we're working on it. We're going to get better. I think one of the things that we both want to work on for the next game is having a deeper knowledge of what's actually out there. And I think what we're going to try and do to do that better is to make sure that we get the lists
Yeah.
more than a couple days in advance instead of just trying to figure them out day of. I think
The thing is, people are waiting until the last day.
I don't think they understand. Okay, yeah, people are waiting the last day, but I think if they get it
Yeah.
to us and they change it, a subtle change, we can figure out.
Right.
But at least we have a couple days to look at all the lists and make sure we know what's out there, what's coming. Because that's how we give you better content. If we know what we're looking at and how to share the synergy and how it works.
Right.
So we'll make sure we get the lists far in advance for the next time we do this.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got like lightsaber duels going on over there. Do you see that?
Well, those measuring tapes?
Yeah. Okay.
10 to 5 right now.
All right, here we go. Turn priority.
Uh-oh, he lost it for the turn priority.
We have a 2. And a 2!
Oh, Will wins it.
To
Will wins it.
The first person breaks the tie.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's big. That's
Wow.
big. 10 to 2. He's going to go first.
Looks like he's
Here he
moving
goes.
his son. All right, moving the son over the Stabbas, who did get into combat.
Yep.
Finally.
Finally.
Slowest of the goers. One model slain, which is great with those units with lots of wounds. That's the point of the Purple Sun, you know. The little bank shot there. I don't know what is he looking for. Sometimes I say things hoping they'll hear me. It's probably bad etiquette.
No, well, I think at this point it's safe to start heckling.
Yeah. I thought the Tzeentch was gonna shrink away a lot faster. Actually.
Yes, yeah, they're sticking around. They're doing a great job. Zach's doing a great job of
damage control.
Yes, absolutely. Like after the two big things, the getting in there with the Rogue Idol, and then the conga line of the Savage Orcs. That was just too much. Like William, I hear they say in chess, you control the center of the table. If you can control the center of the table, you can control the game. And this is definitely William controlling the center of the table.
I have one. It should be on it.
You know, getting into the tournament scene. Not tournament scene. I mean, you know, us getting involved in the tournaments. You know, because when we started, it was just me and you, and Mark.
Yeah.
And we would just play a lot of Triumph and Treachery. We would play a lot of like 1v1, you know, and then play the other guy, then play the other guy, and then we get, you know, connected into the community and started playing through the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, through Crucible, we started meeting these guys.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So, like, get out there. You see a tournament, don't feel afraid to play.
Yeah, just get out there and play.
Just get out there and play.
It's
you
friendly.
meet people, and then you realize, and then you talk, and people will be like, "Yeah, we play here at this nights and these nights," and then you get a chance to show up and play against these people and learn. If you feel like you're not as good, then you get to learn from these guys and gals.
And there's no like bullying or gatekeeping that I've experienced. Everything that I've experienced is that the people you're playing love the game. And they want to share the love of the game. So they want to teach you. They want to talk to you about what they like. They want to encourage you, and they want you to join them. That's my experience of this community. There's always outliers, but they really are outliers, and I don't think any of those people are here today that would gatekeep like that. Right now, what we've got is just a group of amazing people that are passionate about this game and want to share their passion and their love of the game.
Yeah.
And have fun and roll dice and push toys around the table. That's what this is all about.
Yeah. And this is just a good excuse of when to do it.
Yep.
Together all day.
Yes, hanging out all day. And if you don't mind losing games, which you shouldn't if you're playing a game like this, because anybody can lose at any time. It's just fun. It's just a fun way to spend a day.
Yeah. Trying to find our list from the BCP here, posted in the chat, because I thought it was going to be faster than actually pulling up BCP, but I guess I was wrong. We do have somebody that is coming from Satellite Beach.
Oh, nice.
And I want to say her name is Kaylee.
So I'm getting messages from my dad, who's still watching right now, and he said he's been at home watching since 2:00, and he's enjoying his day watching us. And he doesn't even play Age of Sigmar.
No.
He's just here to support us, support the show. And
awesome.
It's greatly appreciated.
Hey, George.
Thanks, Dad.
Please like, subscribe, and
enjoy your
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Leave a comment.
We played a couple hours of Blood Bowl the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We played Blood Bowl on the Xbox One.
I thought you meant like you pulled out the mat and the
No,
models,
not
and I'm
yet.
Like, where'd that come from?
But no, we did play on the Xbox One, which
Nice.
it plays the same as, from what I understand, even though some of the controls are pretty weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played a lot of that.
Well, that's the thing is like, Blood. I've heard of people that know about Warhammer from Blood Bowl, but have never played the Warhammer
Yeah.
40K or Age of Sigmar, which is interesting. I like the diversity in the games that they do have.
So Pop says he did like and subscribe. He did both. So.
All right, George. I was gonna say, oh, yeah, you oughta. Yeah.
So it does look like this game's winding down, but the field did seem to thin out. I'm not seeing a lot of our boys left, even though the points are still all in
Yeah, I mean,
York's
if
favor.
we're
That
going on
table
model
is,
count,
yeah,
it's
it looks
pretty
like it
even.
swung around.
Yeah, if not in Zach's favor.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough rounds left to get all of the spots, especially if he's still tied up in combat. You get bonuses in this one in focal points for controlling the one in your deployment zone and the one in the opponent's deployment zone.
Yeah, the opposite one in your opponent's.
And so that's a twofer.
It is.
Right?
Yes.
And then you get the one for you, so that's 3 points. The center one's a twofer, and not contingent on you holding the one in your deployment zone, but still racking up his fate points there at the top left corner of the dice box. Used for more than just a dice box today.
Yeah, it was.
Matthew says, I'll be bringing ogres to CCG2 soon.
All right, good.
Hey, man, do it.
Yes, thank you.
William was actually going to play ogres, but he just has a love for bone splitters.
He does. He
And,
loves the orcs.
And so I think he fell back to his love. But ogres is definitely, looks like they look like a fun army. So looks like we got an extreme movement over here. Half of the Ard boys, it looks like, from the right are moving to the left. So it looks like there's some specials in the backfield there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys need anything to drink?
I'm good, thank you.
And it looks like they're going to charge in the back there. Try to, at least. But, man, these guys, they get such big buffs to the charge. I mean, you got to watch when you play the Big Wall or Iron Jaws or Bone Splitters. Just assume they're going to drop in your. They're going to teleport and then charge you.
Yeah.
You just got to assume, and so you got to deploy and manage that.
Yep.
Which is
Yeah,
tough.
exactly.
Especially when you're trying to push forward for objectives.
Yeah.
But then, but you don't want to put your heroes up at the top. But then you got to be like, well, oh, what am I gonna do? You know, so you always got to have the back screen and all that.
Yeah, you have to have good screens, and and really watch the distances.
Mm-hmm. It's like at home. You got bad screens, and the lizards, and then the bees, and the bugs get in. You know, you gotta have good screens. So
it's true.
If anything, you've learned a life lesson and a Warhammer lesson today. Good screens. If we sold screens, that'd be a great pitch. You know, hey, you want to buy some screens? I got some good screens for you.
When you started about the lizards and the bees, I thought you were gonna break into song about the lizards and the bees
and the flowers and the trees and the bone splitters. No, yeah, this is. William's going to go play on another table.
He is. He's leaving.
Let me zoom in over there. I think I can get it. Just give me a chance. And I'm gonna see what's happening. I love this little RoboCam.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's not the highest quality RoboCam, but you know what? It's nice to be able to just zoom in there.
It's better than hiring a Steadicam operator.
What's going on? Look at that. We got some.
Oh yeah, here they come. They're coming for that. Tzeentch Lord on a disc.
It's good to see him throw some Ardboys in there. I actually traded William some Ardboys because he wanted them because he thought he was going to do that Ardboy factory.
Yeah,
where you're losing them and bringing them back.
Yeah, that's what the Ardfist. Oh,
yeah,
it got nerfed.
It got nerfed. And you can bring back once per phase. I think you can bring back a unit of 5 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not hot, or up to 10 or something like that. It's not all that great anymore.
That still sounds pretty good.
It's still good when you didn't think you were gonna do some screens. Then you got to protect from the board edge because they come back in within 6 inches of a board edge.
Yep.
And then you're like, now you're protecting yourself from board edge, like unforeseen board edge, bounce back.
Yeah.
They left and now more came. And you're like, okay, so I'm going to go try to kill you. Now I got to protect my backfield. Now I got to protect my board edges. Now I got to go kill you, protect my backfield board. And it's like, what am I, Yeah. And you get trapped just kind of running around in a circle.
Yeah.
I think
you're right.
Like a chicken with their head cut off.
Well, William definitely cut that chicken's head off first thing in this game that idol.
And yeah. And that, you're right, that chicken went down. So it looks like we got some. It looks like he just took off that Tzeentch hero on a disc. With Fate Master on a disc, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. There's still a hero on a disc.
Okay. Yeah, so he's got the Fate Master and he's got the Flux. The Flux Master and the Fate Master.
Well, I think it's the Flux Master that's still on the table. I'm not sure.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let me double check, but I don't think so. Yeah, no.
You think we're gonna
come back to the dice box here?
You want to stay going until they call it? They call the champion.
So. Yeah. Wow! Look at all those Warlandos. Whew. There was 6 Warlandos in there.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yeah, I know. Any dice he touches, it's like blossom 6s.
Everybody else is done. Zach's not letting him off the hook.
Yeah, it looks like we still got
21 minutes left.
Trevor against the Bone Reapers.
Yep.
So Skaven and Bone Reapers still going.
And in the back corner, that's a
back
Slaves
corner.
to Darkness versus Eine Deepkin.
Yeah, I think he's actually playing Tzeentch.
Oh, is he playing Tzeentch
Yeah.
and he brought
But he has Archaon.
Archaon in his
Coming
Tzeentch
in.
list? That's cool.
Tzeentch versus Deepkin.
I'm kicking around the idea of converting a Stormcast army into a Tzeentch army. I don't know how much I really want to. A Slaves to Darkness Tzeentch army. But I think it would be really neat if somebody did do it. Like a shiny Stormcast Tzeentch army. Or just a regular Slaves to Darkness army that was all like gleaming silver plate armor. That look Stormcast-like, but they're Tzeentch.
Yeah. I like the Tzeentch aesthetic. I like those Zangors.
Yep.
I like the Acolytes. They're just cool models.
What's the Orgroid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thermatage.
Thaumaturge. Yeah.
Yeah. Thumper.
Yeah, something like that. Ogre Thumper.
Yeah.
Yep, we got that exactly right.
The
Ogre
Hemorrhoid Thumper.
What? Ogre Hemorrhoid.
Ogroid.
Hemorrhoid Thumper.
So this is what you get when you listen to the end.
Yep. That's what you get. You get. This has been 9 hours of broadcasting. Exhausted. May or may not have some beer in the exchange. Not saying either way. But yeah, here we are.
And again, just the
Man, he's gonna play it to the last hair.
yeah, and just again, like, whew, these Ard boys, they're there. They were here before they charged, right?
Yeah,
They started over here.
yeah.
Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. You know, like, it's like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
so much movement. For a model with 4 move, they just cruise around the table.
Yeah. And they don't have any boats to do it in.
Yeah,
They just do it.
They just do it. They don't need a boat.
All right, so we're dealing some damage to the big stabbers.
Yep. We're coming up on 17 minutes left in the tournament.
There's not many bone splitters left. Left. He's going to be taking battle shock on those guys. Or he already did roll battle shock, maybe.
It's -1 bravery if you're within 6.
Okay, so -1 bravery within 6 of the sun.
Still good?
So I think he's going to use a command point, keep him in.
Got, 3, 4.
So I think they're counting up what do the points look like for Will going into the next round.
Yeah.
And what can Zach do to hold on? 16? So he's counted up his points and
Up to 16
yeah,
against
2 still.
16 to 2.
That was top of 3.
Top of 3, 16 to 2.
That was a long round.
Yeah.
Gonna have to start getting William a clock. So bottom of 3, Zach attack. Here we go.
Oh, Zach attack. Let's go.
He looks ready.
He does look ready. He looks prime. He looks focused.
Let's see what he's got left on the
Think he
board
knows
here.
he's got 15 minutes left?
I think he's deciding whether or not this is worth it.
I only have
Maybe he's got fate dice. Maybe he's got fate dice to summon.
Maybe, I don't know if he has to have a general on the table to get the fate dice, or to optimize the use of the fate dice.
Yeah. That's pretty much right there what he's got going on. I mean, he's got... You know, he's got units here. He's got a little bit of... Nope, not there. Right there. A little bit of unit back there. He's got his hero right up there. So really, it's kind of like, what's he going to do to score? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think he wants to try and give it his best, which is valiant. That purple sun, you think it was worth the points? It's what, like 80?
50.
Points?
I think it came down to 50.
It was 100.
It was 100 for a while there, but I'm pretty sure it's 50 right now.
Yeah.
I think it's worth 50 points, absolutely.
I mean, you could potentially take anybody off the board on a 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Except for Gotrek.
I think multi-wound models causes like D6 wounds.
Oh, okay.
I could be
I
wrong.
see.
That's off the top of my head. I'll look it up.
Maybe it's wounds over 8.
Yeah.
So you can't just take Archaon or...
Purple. For each unit subjected by the baleful energies, roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in that unit. For each 6-up, one model of that unit is slain. If the unit has wounds characteristic of 6 or more, it suffers 2d6 mortal wounds instead. Still, 2d6.
Okay. And that might be what he did to the rogue idol, right?
I think he put the purple sun way out there. Oh, here he comes. He's got his Lord on a disc all the way over to the objective. So it looks like I don't know if he has anything else on that side to score the opposite objective.
Oh, you mean on the bottom left?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that Ardboy group is right there. So maybe what he's thinking is he retreats and gets as many people around it as he can.
Well, he just moved that Chaos Lord on a disc up to get this one on the other side of the purple sun. But yeah, I don't think he has anything else. Are there any Tzeentch units on the opposite side of the table?
Looks like he's getting ready to do some summoning.
Oh, okay. Better be quick. He's got about 12 minutes left.
Again, if you guys are interested in supporting us, you can email us, warlando77@gmail.com, for some amazing looking dice. I mean, look at that right there. Just looks so good. And everybody loves the green. They're running out quick. Just great destruction. Whatever destruction army you're playing, you can't go wrong with that. Even Nurgle could go for that.
Oh,
that's just a good
Nurgle?
color. Yeah.
I like it for Clan Scryer. I like it for my Oryx.
Yeah. This has got disease written all over it.
Yeah, it looks like a warp zone.
Yeah.
for more and more war power.
We got some other dice there, as you can see. And we got T-shirts.
We do have T-shirts.
Teespring.com/stores/Warlando-2.
Yep.
Just really easy to remember. The dice box gotten
Got some
knocked
use
around
today.
a little bit.
Yeah. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah,
Look at those
lemon
dice
drops.
rolling
Here we
there.
go.
Oh, just blocking my sight.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
All right. 6 lemon drops on the first wave.
Yeah, just under 10 minutes. Just under 10 minutes to go to the
Yeah.
end of the tournament. We should see some
So it
results
sounds like he's
soon.
going to get to finish this round.
Yep.
If at most,
Get
looks
some more
like he's
points.
going to be able to score the bottom left, and maybe the bottom left, but obviously definitely the top left. Do you score 1 point for getting the top left, or do you only get points for having yours
No.
and theirs?
You do score 1 point.
Okay.
Center's worth 2, and then having both the 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. Then you would score 3 points for that combined number, those combined objectives.
Yeah.
Alright, his 6 attacks will go into these guys over here.
Ooh, good attacks there.
Oh, yeah? So excited that we got to do this.
Yeah.
This was a great opportunity, just a great experience. You know, I'm super grateful for everybody who's been here, going along for the ride with us, and watching the stream, and talking to us, and it's been great.
So it looks like he's shooting in Williams' deployment zone there. There was a hero on the Balewind.
Yep, and I don't see him anymore. He's laying down on the bottom of the Balewind.
Yeah. So not sure if he just knows he's dead or... So he's doing quite a bit of shooting here. It looks like he's going to be able to charge that unit of pinks. But that's definitely there where he just shot a second ago. Looks like he shot off that hero from the Balewind. And it looks like he's now moving his guys in for this charge. It looks like he got a 10-inch charge. Yep. What do you call 2 5s?
What do I call 2 5s?
Yeah. Steamroller?
Is that right? It's not boxcars.
Nope.
Is it a steamroller?
Yep. Steamrollers.
Oh, wow.
Checking
see
out
these?
the first place and best painted.
Feel the weight. Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is a 3D printed too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. These are great prizes.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. We were just holding the prize for first place and second place, or first place and best painted. They were 3D printed sword and a 3D printed dagger that looked very chaosy.
But not just like a sword and a dagger. They were like,
Yeah.
the dagger was like a
rune
sword, and the
marked
sword,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. Heavy, too. Very heavy and solid.
All right, hitting on 5s here. Wow, you got a lot of hits there. He's doing his attack in the bottom left there. So it looks like five wounds on his Ard boys. Pop up the score. The score is 16-2. Just I don't have it up just because it runs right. I guess I could move it. Nope, that didn't do it.
Can you see the clock from there? Game clock?
Man, 4 minutes.
4 minutes remaining.
So here we go. He's counting up his points. Looks like he's got 1 in the bottom left and 2 down the lane. Doing their battle shock. So, looks like he's got points from there and points from there, as that gives him 3.
So is it 16
going
to
for turn?
5?
You got a 6.
Oh, turn priority.
So they're now in the argument phase.
We're talking about what's even possible for him to score in the next 3 minutes.
And there's 4 minutes left. Does he get dice down? And he doesn't get to score at the end of that turn?
Yeah.
So he's got, William's got 16. He scored 3, so he's got 5.
Yeah, he's opting to go second. He's moving the Purple Sun to try and kill the Tzeentch on a disc.
It's 2d6 on what again?
On a hero that's got more than 6 wounds, it's 2d6. Instead of it just being outright killed.
Okay. So it looks like he didn't kill the hero. Looks like he's still got some blues up there behind the Purple Sun. Looks like he's going to try to give him this round here. If I was him, and he's playing for time, he might as well just say, turns over.
Yeah.
Man, that guy can move.
Yeah, that's a long reach.
Oh,
Disc is fast, but it might have just killed that model.
right. He didn't have a seatbelt on. He's
Nope.
dead.
It's 16 to 5? Yep.
So if you were to get every single point,
Yeah, so that's 6, 7, 8. Even if he got the 8,
what's right there in the middle?
still be 13.
Who's
It's
that?
the 2 points in the middle is...
No,
oh,
but
the one
who's
in the middle
there?
is for 2 points. I don't know who's there.
He's right behind that.
I thought that was the War Doc.
Okay. Yeah. He's got a War Chanter. And then right behind that building, he's got somebody else. Can't see. So if he was to get the bottom left and the bottom right, and he was to get the top left and the top right, then yeah, if he was to get bottom left and the bottom right, top left, top right, that would be, well, right there, like there. Then he would get 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 11 to 16.
Yeah.
And then the Bone Splitter's turn.
All right, so we just heard the announcement from Daniel that to complete what round you're in, and then dice down. There's the alarm.
There's the time. So we've got, I mean, technically William could just end it here and he wins.
Yep. Yeah, he can just call it right now. The time's up. That was the deal. Dice down at the alarm. I think they're being courteous, saying finish out the game.
Really wants the win. Everybody wants the win.
Everybody wants to win.
But
It's just,
at some point,
I don't think mathematically
it's
it's
possible.
even a possible thing to do, yeah.
Maybe if they were to play through round 3. Or I'm sorry, round 4. This is round 4.
That's it. We have the handshake. The game is over. William has defeated Zach at the top table, or at least table 1. All right, that is it. That game is over. I think we're going to stay with you long enough to find out who is named as the winner and see the prizes happen. I'll probably just tell you about that.
They should be able to figure this out pretty quick. Do you want to do a quick wrap between these two?
Yeah, sure. Pop just messaged me he can't watch anymore because he has to go watch Frozen 2 with the family.
Ah, all right. Well, let it go, right? Or let it snow. Let it go. All right. So we're going to tally. We got a major victory here for table 1. And no, I'm just. We got the major victory here, table 1, Bone Splitters. Not too many models left here on the table, as you can see. I mean, if we're talking about Bone Splitters here, I mean, we've got. Are there any? I think he's cleared his. Has he cleared his models off yet? No.
We can do a post-game interview if you guys want.
Yes, very much.
So it looks like we got just a few guys here in the bottom left. Just a couple, like 3. And we got like 4 over here. Looks like we had the War Chanter coming back up here. And that's about it. So he's got maybe, 6, 7 models left on the table. And if you're going against Tzeentch, Tzeentch has a group up here, maybe like 10. Then he's got the flux capacitor over here on the right. Yep, that's good.
That's good?
I think that should be good. Then you've got just a shit ton of brims and blues and stuff down here at the bottom. And that's like, yeah. It just, the bone splitters held him down, kept him from being able to move from his backfield for so long that he couldn't get enough points. We're going to try to do a little interview here with the 2 Table 1 players. And then we'll let you know who won for the event for today. The winner of this table specifically doesn't necessarily mean the winner of the event. They're going to go by strength of score. They're going to go by your wins and losses, your victory points in the end to break a tie. We had 3 tables vying for the top player. We had 6 undefeated players at round 3. It was Bone Splitters versus Tzeentch, OBR versus, not OBR, sorry, Deepkin versus Slaves to Darkness, and Nurgle versus Nighthaunt. So Nighthaunt took the win there versus Nurgle, Chris Cuevas. Then, which we saw round 2 here on the stream. Doug, playing Slaves to Darkness, won against Deepkin, who you saw in the first stream. And then William here winning Bone Splitters versus Tzeentch on this table for this round. So it's a toss-up here. Nighthaunt, Slaves to Darkness, or Bone Splitters. Which, if you think about it, if you're watching, who did you think was going to win the day? We had 2 Bone Reaper armies. We had 2 Tzeentch armies. We had 2 Archaon armies. 2 Stormcast armies. We had a Fire Slayers, Iron Jaws, Gloomspite, Nighthaunt, Bone Splitters, Slaves to Darkness, Nurgle, Skaven, 2 Deepkin armies, and Gloomspite Gits. So we definitely had quite an array of armies. So we had a lot of diversity, which is really, really cool. I really like that. Since I was doing the live stream, didn't get to bring my Cities of Sigmar. I don't think there was any Cities of Sigmar today. So just think, I don't know. Maybe I'm partial. But if a Cities of Sigmar army was out there, they might have been able to give some of that Bone Splitters a run for their money. But to wrap up here for the round 3, table 1, again, Bone Splitters 16 points, Tzeentch 11 points. We've got some prizes for the winners. We've got a giant, big-ass 3D printed sword and a big-ass dagger that's like the size of a sword, 3D printed. There's a local guy. So, busy day here. Sun is set. And just waiting for what's to come here in the BCP pairings. So stick around for a few minutes. Run to the bathroom. Run and grab a snack.
So they didn't show up. They were going to, but weren't. So we would have had 6 people. I'm not going to tell you.
I don't.
I went all the way there. Whatever.
Again, if you guys are interested in supporting our channel, be sure to email us at warlando77@gmail.com for some dice for $12. If you've watched the whole game, you've heard me say this 4 times. So anything you do here helps support us. Being able to do this live stream, buying gear, buying swag to share, all this good stuff. So, or we've got t-shirts. You can go to teespring.com and /stores/Warlando-2, and you get a plethora of shirts to choose from. So we got a little wrap up here.
Let's go ahead and get this out. Because I'm sure you guys want to get out of here too, right?
We do have to pack up.
Go ahead and grab a slip and pen.
So we've got MVP. Hey William, is that your MVP of the game?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna swing back over here and we'll see the MVP right there. Rogue Idol. Turn 1. It was a kamikaze run right into the Lord of Change. We'll do a little interview here with the finalists here on table 1. They're going to find out who got first place here in just a second. We're all waiting at bated breath here. They're voting for best painted. Everybody writing in the name of who they want to be best painted.
A little bit better of a player than I am. I definitely made some mistakes.
I heard
I didn't screen the one and change enough in the road guy. I underestimated.
there was a Deepkin army out there that was
30-inch charge.
magnificently painted. Visitor from Satellite Beach. I think her name is Kaylee.
Losing them cost me the change.
We've got. We did see quite a few good painted armies, though. I mean, we saw the Nighthaunt army was really good. We had Bone Splitters here. We had Gloomspite Gits the first match. I think we had the Deepkin army. We had the Tzeentch army here that was painted as well. So I think there's a lot of choices out there, a lot of good choices. There was not a requirement to have the models painted. So there were a few armies out there with gray plastic today in general. But what are you gonna do? We want to support the community. We want people to come out and play. We don't want to restrict it. Big tournaments, yeah, I get it. But these small tournaments, where it's like group of 20, local Orlando. And hey, Deepkin, best painted, just decided. She gets the 3D painted dagger sword dagger. I think it's a sword, big ass sword. Looks like third place, Nighthaunt to Chris. Second place, William Soehaili, Bone Splitters. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I got that back. First place was Chris with the Night Haunt. He was the Crucible champion, the man to beat. William Soehaili, second place for Bone Splitters. They both went 3-0. Decided on victory points and strength of score. Third place to Slaves of Darkness. Doug's been practicing and practicing every day. We see in the chat, Slaves of Darkness playing again. So he deserves it. So we'll all pack up. We'll get ready to go. Figure out the place to eat. Get some tasty walk. Go for a chicken wing maybe. And then we'll all start at it again. Just chatting it up, figuring out who wants to play, fight some games. So excited to see everybody out here today. Thanks for listening and watching. We got an interview to give you here from the two table people here. You want to see a little rundown from these guys playing Bone Splitters versus Tzeentch. Great opportunity. So hold tight for just a second. We'll bring that to you in just a few moments. Yeah.
Did you have fun doing it?
Oh yeah. Great job painting that.
I'd love to see you playing.
Oh, I know. Me too. Thank you. I'm a little jealous. I didn't get out there to play today. But
Yeah. You got definitely jealous.
oh, I see. That's right. I think you guys.
That was so funny.
I think you guys were glad there was no cities. I said I think you guys were glad there was no cities of Sigmar out there today.
Hey, Chris will be fine. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Night Haunt doesn't care. So we got an interview for you. We're gonna roll to the interview. Stand by and let's check out a few words from Zach and William, and let's take a listen.
All right, gentlemen, you want to tell me about your game?
Oh yeah, I definitely think William is a little bit better of a player than I am. I definitely made some mistakes. I didn't screen the Lord of Change enough from the Rogue Idol. I underestimated his 3d6 30-inch charge, and I think it cost me the game, to be honest. If I had put in the horrors in front of him, I think it would have been a much different game. Losing them cost me the change host, and I think that's really where my biggest flaw was.
Yeah, I can understand. What about you? What do you think, William?
One thing, Rogue Idol, bonkers.
Yeah, especially with that last one damage, that's insane.
Yeah,
Round
that's
two,
crazy.
I was playing against Fire Slayers, and then we were on Akshi, so he's at 4 damage each. So he did 40 damage, one punch.
One
That's
punch
great.
man.
So he was awesome. I like it.
That's amazing.
I think I have more bodies than you. I think on front I got the Lord of Change. Those luck for me. I'm at a long charge side. I gotta take the shot. To go big or go home. So
Yeah.
I made it that way. But the game was super tight though. We
Yeah,
were like really close to the whole game.
Yeah, even after that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it was. My list is definitely like an S tier list. I just definitely made some mistakes.
I think it's just that. Besides the Lord of Change, everything was good. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a good game though.
It was a great looking table too. Everything was nice and painted except for my son that I painted last minute. But yeah, it was definitely a good game, man.
Purple Sun bonkers.
Yeah.
And then my backbreaker unit, the horrors, you made me start bringing out the gray models, man. You're just annihilating them, punching them down.
I didn't know Pinks could be that devastating. So.
I think they're announcing first.
Yeah, here we go.
Right now.
Way to go, Chris!
Just the last round, by the way.
I'm just saying.
In second place, we have Will. Yeah! And for last place, we have Douglas.
Last place!
Last place.
Wow, I didn't even see that one coming.
I think he might have.
Way to go, everybody!
There's like 3 undefeated.
Oh,
Chris is undefeated.
Good job, gang. Good job.
good game.
All right, so there we are. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for liking, subscribing, buying dice, buying T-shirts, doing all that good stuff. We'll be around here for the next tournament. We want to live stream. I know that we don't know when that is yet, but we will be there. So this is a great first chance that we got to do this, and we just wanted to see how well it would go. Just kind of see how well we could do this. I think we've got a good thing. I think we've got some things to work on, so please come back. We will improve. And
I think everything went really well today.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get better from here on out.
Yeah. And here you go, a chance to see the Splug.
Yes.
The Splug.
The
Ears.
Splug, the Splug ears.
The Splug ears. So, hey, yeah. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. There we are. Look at that.
This has been a great time today, and thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for your support. We're just going to keep going and keep doing more things, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. So, thanks for tuning in, and we're going to do some more bat reps. We're going to do some more live streams. Stay tuned. Podcasts. Listen to those podcasts, and we'll be back soon.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.